Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. So, I was thinking, what haven't I talked about with Megan? And then it hit me. I was like, I have never talked about the rumors about her actually being really pregnant with her first husband. I haven't talked about those. So that's what we get to do today. We get to talk about that. So, I found some clips. Just the usual clips. I found a couple things that are interesting to read. And then some funny. So, let's get to it. I'm sure you've probably all seen this clip. But it's probably been quite a while. So, I am happily bringing it out again for all the new people who haven't seen it. And even the ones who have, it's always good to see. And you know what I thought was hilarious? Is not only does this woman let the cat out of the bag about her having a child, but she basically says right out to everybody that she was a, was a hooker, basically. So let's watch.
In 2008, she was one of the Deal or No Deal girls that were caddies that I pawned them off as caddies to the highest bidders. She was so loved, and you know, good for her. Yeah. You know, I'm laughing because I'm like, good for her. I mean, she met the prince, you know, and she made a great life for herself. Good for her.
And I've had the fairy tale now with the baby.
She's got the fairy tale now with the baby. Good for her. I mean, Jesus, she's She's everything you're not supposed to be. Multi-ethnic, and she's been married. She already has a kid from someone, or divorced. I mean, everything you're not supposed to be in a cat tournament.
So, this happened quite a while ago, and everybody was shocked, and then it was the big, no, it was not, I didn't say that. It was just all brushed under the carpet, and then the internet was scrubbed, you guys. But, like they said, internet's forever, so we got some stuff. Oh, yes, we do. Anyways, I'm going to read something that's interesting, and then we will go forward with some funnies and some more clips that are like, oh my god. All right. Why are people claiming Meghan Markle had a secret first husband, Joe Giuliano? was married to Joe Giuliano first. His husband did not like or approve of her. I am not sure how long the marriage lasted, but it was annulled. Some feel that an annulment means the marriage never happened, but it is my opinion that if you walk down the aisle, you married. The words as to how it ended, annulled or divorced, in my opinion, do not mean it didn't happen. It was annulled. It used to be on the internet before it was scrubbed. I had never heard of her, and when she and JH, just Harry, got engaged, he stated she was a famous actress from America. So, started looking up all I could on her. What you found on her past then and what you find now are not the same. Such is married to Joe, but the marriage was annulled. And you guys, that's 100,000% true. Look at all the stuff that's coming out now. And that's because, like a lot of things, NDAs have 5-year, well, it depends, but a lot of stuff's coming out, so you know that they scrubbed the net, right? Like, that's no shock. And by the way, before we go any further, these are my opinions. I'm not saying it's the truth, gospel, all that, but it is my opinion, it's true. Whether you guys believe it or not, that's for you, but this is just my opinion. The marriage lasted as long as it took to have it annulled and the records expunged. The Giuliano family was well placed and influential. Their son was merely Meghan's first attempt to land a big one, which was her intention in applying to Northwestern. Her fishing world had gotten much larger since then. This is all my understanding of alleged events. I saw them a few years ago and thought the same thing, but they had been scrubbed from the internet. I am glad Joe and his family are protecting her daughter from the circus atmosphere, media, and controversy surrounding the Sussex family. That little girl loves her daddy, and daddy loves that little girl. She's so lucky to have a circle of love with extended family to love, nourish, and watch her. I also read this in an American magazine, which the Sugars believe is gospel and not gossip. Now, of course, they say this is not true. I wonder how much money the RF had to spend to try and erase her seedy past when Harry insisted on marrying her, right? Doesn't surprise me at all either that the sugar is just all of a sudden changed, you know? Shocker. I've heard that before. Why doesn't the press print that? She couldn't sue if it were true. It needs to be put out there. And her flaunting her white wedding dress and veil, give me a break. And by the way, you guys, I 100% agree with this statement. That's what I'm doing. The press was put under, like, well, suppression because we don't have freedom of speech anymore. And I want it out there. I do. I want all of her lies, shenanigans, bullshit out there. And yes, sugars, if I say bullshit, go get your panties in a knot because that seems to get you guys all upset if I curse. Good grief. Because the press has been told not to print it. Well said, Eva. Where is this child she had? It appears she had no use for said child. Sad person she is. Well, of course she didn't. She couldn't bring a kid around with her and go and grab all these friggin' men, right? I'm sure we've all seen this picture, and if not, this is the picture everyone talks about. There were also pics of her daughter with Joe, who was raised by him and his parents. How true is this? I don't know. But she was the spitting image of Meghan Markle. Just pics have since, or those pics have since disappeared. I believe this is the picture. I accidentally cut the top off. I apologize. But it was at the request of the parents of the groom, it should be, who recognized that Meg was a gold digger. At least that is what I have read. I have no proof for the annulment. And that is supposedly Meg and Joe's wedding. It is the only picture out there that has not been scrubbed off the net, you guys. It is all kinds of blurry and everything else, the scratches on it, everything. That is how it is, because they did a good job scrubbing, but somebody got one anyway. Because come on, like, oh God.
Royal shock, Meghan's secret daughter with Joe Giuliano revealed, the pics she tried to hide. This is a rumor going around on social media that Meghan Markle has a secret child. According to a TikTok video posted by @LadyAmberAlexander, it's been alleged that Markle has a previous child with Joe Giuliano that she's been keeping a secret. In the interview shown in the TikTok video, a woman claiming to know Markle from her Deal or No Deal days supposedly let it slip that Markle already had the kid from someone in the video. There's a photo shown where Markle can be seen standing with another man and her mother, Doria, in which the TikToker alleges that Markle looks to be cradling a baby bump. This rumor has been swirling around the internet lately. Markle shares 2 children with current husband Prince Harry, Archie and Lilibet. However, it's been alleged that Markle has a secret child, allegedly a girl in a previous relationship. Some time ago, there was already talk of a hidden daughter of Markle, which ultimately turned out to be the daughter of her best friend, Jessica Mulroney, Ivy. In short, everything was nothing but one soap bubble burst suddenly making it come back to reality. But in the scoop emerging now promises to be truly scandalous. Markle would indeed have a secret daughter entrusted to this Joe Giuliano. Meghan was allegedly married to Joe Giuliano before her ex-husband, Trevor Engelson. Meghan is reported to have been in a serious relationship with Joe Giuliano for 2 years. The two met at university, and there's even talk of secret weddings celebrated but then cancelled. The American would have gotten pregnant, but he would have given her the child into foster care.
Okay, so this is part 2. I just wanted to stop in between to say that very last part about foster care. I'm not sure how that even got in there because it doesn't even go into the next sentence. So I don't believe there was foster care involved is what I'm saying. Like, if anything, some people say Sam adopted her. Some people say Joe's family. But at least family did. I do believe that much anyway. Just wanted to make sure that I told you.
Around the world, we see Meghan's ex, Joe Giuliano, holding a mulatto girl in his arms who looks just like Markle. There are photos on the internet of Meghan's first wedding to Joe. Meghan was pictured with her bridesmaids as she was seen wearing a long white dress. Joe, who's a lawyer and has a biracial child, as seen in this photo as he's posted onto social media. One photo shows Joe holding a girl who has black blood and looks a bit like Meghan. What's more, Meghan does look pregnant in the picture of her in this white t-shirt. So, people have seized onto this that they've had the child with Meghan. His family's very wealthy, and they have credible rumours of a payoff to Meghan to cover up the marriage and child. Looks like she's tried to trap him with a baby like she did with Harry. The Giulianos never speak of her. If judged by age, the child should be quite old now, and many netizens suspect that she's hidden the child. Where is the truth? No one wants to speak out, for now, on this situation, which is delicate and thorny, except the Duchess's half-sister, Samantha, who takes off the crown and makes some interesting observations. Meghan's sister Samantha's daughter, Noel Rasmussen, has become one of the objects of suspicion. Noel is said to have been born around 1999, which coincides well with the timing. But why did Samantha adopt Meghan's daughter? No one knows about this. However, judging from Noel's appearance, she does resemble Meghan and Joe a little bit, and she's even more similar to Joe. Many netizens on Twitter took out photos to compare and came to the conclusion that the two of them are very similar. If the photos are not convincing enough, Noel's words may be used as evidence. She once defended Meghan in the media, saying that Meghan has been very kind to her since she was a child, taught her to read and write, and took her to them all, and taught her a lot.
Very, very interesting, isn't it? You guys, there is so many of the same stories. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I just wanted to put on PPP on this little short one just because it's got Artificial in it. And maybe some people haven't seen it. So if this one's a quick one, we'll watch that. And then I've got a lot more stuff coming. Duchess. Duchess. What the? Well, little boy, what's your name again? H. Why have you not brought this rent-a-kid home yet? We have a concert to go to! Oh my God! This kid is still here! Why, H? Why? So I saw this, you guys, and I'm going to read it because it's kind of humorous. And then I've got another clip that I'm even like, oh my God. Okay. Why doesn't Meghan Markle talk or write about her pregnancies? Now, Mrs. Smith, we all know how incredibly private Meghan is as a regular duchess, down-to-earth philanthropist, mother, wife, to a prince of England, who just happens to be the Queen's closest confidant, an all-round global catastrophe botherer. She is in fact known to many as the Princess of Privacy. She generously shared the news of her pregnancy around about 4 hours after conceiving, when she paid royal tribute to the bride Eugenie by standing in front of her, bravely venturing forth in a coat she could hardly fasten across the temporary home of yet another royal baby destined to save the world from itself, looking for all the world as if she was already struggling to cope with Braxton Hicks contractions and varicose veins. Is this the right time to talk about piles here? Nope, maybe not yet then. Meghan gave hope to all those would-be first-time mothers over 40 who are struggling to conceive by showing the world two things can happen, that the improbable can happen and that some people will believe anything. Her joy at potentially supplying the first royal baby of color to the racist royal family was only eclipsed by the foul comments that were said, could have been said, might have been said, once, several times every day, delete as appropriate, to Meghan, Harry, both of them, delete as appropriate, by the Queen, Philip, and Charles the Corgis, delete as appropriate. Not only was she burdened by carrying this sad news all by herself, she was also burdened with having to lug around the most remarkable gestational bump that grew and shrank with such rapidity, she was forced to clutch it top and bottom to stop it escaping. This was not always a success, as evidenced during a trip to Merseyside when it made an attempt to escape and almost succeeded. Others successfully recorded the bump making a break for it by following the principle of Newton's cradle as it threw itself from side to side. Oh my God. Thus continued the progress of what could be described as one of the longest gestations recorded for a human who appeared to have clearly reached the 35-week stage by the stated week 12 or the week 14 stage at the 40-week mark. Take your pick. And you wonder why she doesn't want to talk about her pregnancy. Sometimes it's best not to try to explain the inexplicable. Oh my God. You guys, I love that. Oh my God. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was humorous to me. Okay, we're going to get a clip that's like a holy shit.
5-year NDA expired in 2023. Palace staff sigh in relief exposing Meghan's fake pregnancy and use of surrogacy. We finally understand why King Charles kicked Harry and Meghan out of the UK, the truth behind Archie and Lilibet's birth. A royal source has revealed that King Charles received several letters raising concerns about the surrogacy issue surrounding Archie and Lilibet's birth. According to these sources, doubts have been cast on whether Meghan Markle truly gave birth to the children, and rumours of surrogacy have been circulating. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have publicly expressed that they do not wish to give royal titles to their children. However, they seem to pick and choose narratives that suit their needs, leading to confusion and speculation about the children's legitimacy. And Lily didn't appear on the royal website until the Sussexes widely publicised her baptism and openly called her Princess Lilibet exactly 6 months from King Charles's ascension. Rumour has it that palace staff knew Meghan was using her fake bumps, but were compelled to stay silent. Staff were being bullied and one of them decided to try to blow the lid off of the deception. The late Queen and King Charles didn't know about the deception until either very late in the surrogate's pregnancy or when the child was born. There are so many rumblings about how the staff at the palace were left flat-footed and stunned into inaction when Meghan pulled her stunts. When the palace found out, they were so stunned that Meghan would think could or should pull this that they retreated into the instinctual response, hide and bury it. But now they're in a bind with non-disclosure agreements. It's not the crime so much as the cover-up. They're now in a position that makes the palace look like it colluded in lying to the public. They've been acting quietly behind the scenes, trying desperately to figure out what the British people would consider to be the best way to disclose the truth with the least damage to the crown. The 5-year NDA from 2019 to 2023 is about to expire. The truth may be clear in the palace's latest move. Royal experts predict a major upheaval by the end of the year. According to the source, it appears that King Charles is executing a meticulously planned strategy, and Harry and Meghan seem powerless to prevent it. The removal of titles of Archie and Lilibet is said to be part of a phased approach to streamline the monarchy, something Charles has been advocating for years. Maybe the reason that Charles hasn't revoked those titles is because there are no kids. Think about it. If there are no kids, there's no need to revoke the titles. Only if, when, Meg starts merching the titles, will Charles need to do something. There's no need to worry about them being in the line of succession because they're not real. But many royal fans still want to see those titles officially removed. The Harkles shouldn't be allowed to clown the British royal family in the public. Now, whether they're Harry and Meghan's biological children or not, their place in the line of succession may be questioned, and their names might be removed from the royal family's official website. King Charles has shown restraint and determination in the face of challenging circumstances. The palace needed to carefully prepare for an eventuality. Nothing can be rushed. As we await the unfolding of King Charles's plan, it's clear that the truth about Archie and Lilibet's births will eventually come to light.
PPP again, just in case someone hasn't seen it. You never know. And besides, she's mine, so I get to. I do it because it's got artificial in it. Anyways, what do you guys think about this stuff? I have known about it for a while. I'm sure most of you have too, but I've never talked about it. And yeah, I really want to know. Do you guys believe it? God, you know, like I heard she had that baby. Whoever ended up with her, I don't know. And then she had a hysterectomy. Her dad even said that. So I don't know. There's so much with this woman, and so much has been scrubbed free from the net. And then there's other people. The NDAs are coming out, you guys. Like, I just have a feeling this next year there's going to be a lot. I'm praying and hoping it's already starting with the others. So anyways, I'm going to just play this and say my goodbyes. And thank you so much for being here. I had a blast, and I just wanted to put that out there, see what you guys thought, and go from there. Yeah. So anyways, a click would be wonderful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Megan! Excuse me, little boy. Archofficial number 128. I don't know. What have I been asked to be addressed as? Duchess? Again? Duchess. Morning milkshake wasn't enough. I'm hungry. Oh my God. I just can't believe Age had the utter audacity to go to his stupid hotel room tonight and leave Archofficial with me. What am I supposed to do with this? I hired, what, 5 nannies tonight? Where are they? I know I ran 2 of them off, but I'm sure there's at least 3 left. Good grief. Duchess. I'm still hungry. Well, of course you are. How many times does a child need to be fed a day? I don't know. I usually just charge or plug mine in. Oh my God, Age! What? Duchess. Oh my God. Well, all I can say, Archie, official, is that your mother will be here in the morning, and this room, it had better be immaculate when I'm done. I'm off now to get the chef to make you something to eat. Good God! This will be billed to your mother!
If the high was worth